Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight. I'm Mike Kenichi, and I'm really excited tonight because we have a very special guest. If you're a fan of the New York Mets, you probably heard him last Wednesday on the Mets telecast with Gary Cohen, Ron Darlin, and Keith Hernandez. He did a tremendous job for the one inning he called a play-by-play game. He loves the sport of baseball. He's been in many travel teams, tournaments, and we're going to talk all about that. He is really doing a lot of great things in such a short time. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Danny Burke. And Danny, I want to thank you for coming on today. It's a real honor, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity.
No problem. So, Danny, let me ask you something. Your mom mentioned to me for as long as she can remember from the time you were very little, you always had a ball in your hands. So, talk to me when the love for baseball began for you.
I would say at the age of like 5, 4, I would be swinging the bat outside, and I just love the sport.
Right. And let me ask you, Danny, was your dad did he grow up a Mets fan? I mean, because a lot of times we become fans of teams our parents like. Did your parents were they Mets fans growing up?
Yes, both of them.
Right. So, how old would you say you were, Danny, when you first got into watching the New York Mets?
I would say when I like started 6, but when I like locked in was like 7.
7. So the first year you got to watch the Mets, Danny, is when they made that incredible run in 2024, where in the month of June, I think they were like maybe 8 or 9 games under 500, and they really came on. I mean, they had a tremendous second half. I think of a guy like Mark Vientos who just hit like crazy that second half. Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
Talk about how fun that season was for you.
I mean, me and my dad would watch every game, stay up late, and watch the NLCS. Was my favorite series. We got knocked out by the Tigers, but it was a good run.
Right. And how old were you, Danny, when you went to your first Mets game?
1.
Wow. So you don't really remember it, but talk to me about the first game you went to that you could really remember being a part of and how exciting it was for you.
I mean, I thought the field was very, very big. The players were very good, and I just thought it was like amazing.
Right. And now, do you have a favorite Mets player, current or past?
Yeah, Lindor and Ewing.
Right. And Ewan looks like, Danny, he's going to be the real deal. I mean, he's having a good rookie season thus far. He really looks like he's going to be tremendous, as is Benj. So a lot of great guys from their farm system that are up right now that you get to really watch. And even though it's been a difficult season right now, it must be fun to get to watch those guys every day.
Yeah, like one every at bat, he's almost setting home runs. It's just fun to watch them. They're the best in the world, and they're very
Right.
good.
So, Danny, let me ask you, how old were you when you first played in like your first organized league of baseball?
I would say T-ball. I was like 3, 4, 3, I think, and it was chaos.
Now, did you enjoy that first year? I mean, usually you play T-ball the first year, but did you enjoy playing? I know, like when you're that young, it's hard to remember all the rules of the game. But did you have fun that first year you played?
Yeah, my dad was the coach, and yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Right, and that's always fun too when your dad could coach you. You could also practice at home as well. I mean, do you and your dad go in the backyard a lot and have catch? And do you go up to the park a lot and hit as well?
Yes, almost every day. My school has a field, like it's down there. I'm a walker, so we always walk there, and he'll always bring our bucket of balls, and I'll always hit. He'll throw BP to me.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And now, Danny, how old were you when you went against live pitching, would you say?
6.
6. Right. And you also talked about on the game the other night how you could play everywhere and you've pitched as well. I mean, do you have a favorite position that you really enjoy?
Center field.
Right. And center field, especially in the outfield, Danny, that's the most ground you have to cover. I mean, That's where the ball really goes, and you really have to use your legs. So, would you? You mentioned that you're very fast. Obviously, in the leagues you play right now, can you steal bases yet, or is it
Yes,
more?
we can only steal home in tournaments, but when I'm in the outfield, me and my friends, we call it no fly zone. And my last game, I made a diving catch in center field.
Nice, that's awesome. So, Danny, talk to me a little bit. You did both travel lacrosse and travel baseball at the same time last year. That's not easy. Talk to me about lacrosse a little bit. How did you get into lacrosse?
I mean, my dad played. He was a goalie, and I just picked up a stick. I liked the sport, but then I had to choose, and I thought baseball was the one I wanted to go with.
Right. And the thing is, too, Danny, travel takes up a lot of your time as well. Every weekend, it seems like you're playing in a league, a tournament, whatever it might be. So your weekend's pretty filled, but I think you don't mind that. You just love playing the game that you would play every night if you could, correct?
Yes, definitely. We've already won 2 tournaments. My travel team has already won 2 tournaments this year.
Wow, that's awesome. So talk to me a little bit about the Titans 9U team, because that's a team that you play on. You started in the fall with that. So talk to me a little bit about that, and talk to me about some of the players on that team.
Well, we're a very good team. We've done very good so far. I have all my friends are on my team, basically. There's this kid, Shane, this kid, Luke. I have a bunch of friends, Braden. And since T-ball, some of them like Colin, yeah, I have a lot of friends, and we just love the game.
Right. And you're also, Danny, you also go to school with a lot of them, correct? And they're in your class. So it's important too when you see these guys all the time, then you play with them, because there's a bond there between each other that you have forever. So it just must be a lot of fun to go to school with them, have recess with them, play baseball with them. You must just enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, recess we play with football. We always have team captains. We always pick with football because, I mean, we're always playing baseball, me and my friends.
Right. And things you do together, you've went to sporting events together, you've went swimming together, vacations together. Talk about how fun that's been.
Very fun. Whenever we go somewhere, it's just the best.
Right.
This
Exactly.
weekend, me and my friend Luke and Braden, we went to Luke is a Phillies fan and Braden's a Mets fan, and we went to a Mets Phillies game. We do it every year since July 4th. I mean, since June. Since I was 4, and we just do it every year. And next year, we're thinking of going to Philly.
Wow, that'd be a great trip for all of you to do that. I mean, their ballpark is beautiful as well. Now, the Phillies took 2 out of 3 this weekend, but the one game you went to did the Mets come out with the victory?
Yep, it was the win.
Nice. So, and it was a walk-off win too, correct? So no, that's when Soto got the triple late.
Yeah, that was when
right. But it was still a great time. Right, and it was also the new manager's first win. So you could always say you were part of Andy Green's first win. So that had to be special for you guys.
Definitely.
Right. So, Danny, I also know that you've played football as well. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you said you played quarterback, right?
No, corner.
Oh, corner. Just talk about playing football. How fun has that been for you?
Very. I'm a linebacker and cornerback, and I play some fullback, but it's really fun. My town, Sayville, is a big football town, so we love making. We've never won one yet, but I think this year is going to be the one.
Right. Danny, I know you talked about playing center field, how much you love to run and stuff, and you will steal a base any chance you get. And a guy that, he was way before your time, but he was the greatest base stealer, and that was Ricky Henderson. Yeah. He also played with the Mets. He coached with the Mets. And then, of course, another guy that used to steal bases for the Mets was a guy by the name of Lenny Dykstra, who, he, as a rookie, he helped the Mets win a World Series. So, I mean, do you ever read up on guys like that and I'm sure your dad tells you a lot of stories about guys like that.
Yeah. Jose Reyes was one. I liked him. Yeah, my dad tells me a lot of stories about like guys like them.
Right. And let me
And I
ask you,
collect baseball cards, so like I know all the players and stats.
right? And collecting baseball cards is one of the greatest things a kid should do. And that must be a lot of fun. I remember as a kid trading with my friends and stuff. And I mean, that's something that must be a lot of fun for you and your friends as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So, Danny, let me ask you, I know you're only 9 years old, but do you ever get the nerves before games? I mean, do you ever get nervous or do you just kind of say, you know what, I love the game. I just want to go out there and play?
Yeah, I don't really get nervous. I'm just always excited that if I get a chance to play, and I always love being on that diamond and playing ball.
Right. So talk to me about some highlights from your travel teams, Danny. Are there any games that stand out to you that you really, they were big for you personally? And talk to me a little bit about the team and some of the team victories.
I mean, my favorite victory was probably we walked off Beast from Maddie Felice to the ground ball and up the middle, and we won the game. And my favorite highlight was probably the game we versus Yeti. I got like a double, two singles, and a walk.
Wow. And Danny, I mentioned the players on your team. Talk to me about some of the coaches and how many years have you played for some of them?
The head coaches, Coach John, they're all very good. My dad coaches Little League, and yeah, they got very good coaches.
Right. So, Danny, talk to me a little bit about watching this Mets team this year. I know it's been tough, but I mentioned some of the young kids that are playing. You got a guy like Nolan McLean who looks like he's going to be a great pitcher someday. So the future is bright. Just talk to me a little bit about watching this team this year. What are some of the things you've really enjoyed?
I mean, I enjoy Lindor coming back so far. He's been doing good up to a hot start since he's back. I enjoy Soto on the team. I mean, we have a game tonight against the Blue Jays. Bichette's coming back to his hometown. We just got a great team, and I think we have a bright future with Ewing, Benj, and McLean.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, Danny, I went through this as a kid when somebody you really like is a favorite player of yours or one of your favorite players, and they either get traded or leave teams. As a kid, that's hard to accept because you just expect them to be there all the time. How hard was it to see guys like Brandon Nimmo and Pete Alonso leave this past year?
Very hard. I mean, I was happy about getting Bichette. We lost Diaz too, but I was never the biggest fan of him. Nimmo was. I loved Nimmo. I had a jersey of him and Pete, but now they're on the other team. Pete went to Baltimore and Nimmo went to Texas.
Right. And have you kept up with them? Pete is having a real good year for Baltimore.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team, so yeah, definitely.
So talk to me a little bit about fantasy baseball because that's real fun to play, Danny. You could keep track of the other teams because you got to watch the players that are on your team. So just talk to me about that. And it must be fun for you to put a lineup all the time, then put a pitching staff. So talk to me a little bit about fantasy baseball.
Yeah, me and my dad set up this thing with my one of my coaches, Coach Kyle, and they set up like all my friends for my Titans team. We did like a big fantasy draft, and I was not doing good. I was in 12th place last, and then somehow now I'm in 6th.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And it's a long season, Danny. You could go from 6th place to 2nd place, 1st place in a matter of a couple weeks. That's how long the season is. Now, you also, Danny, I mean, you've done, like I said, baseball, lacrosse, football, but you also have done ninja classes. You've played soccer. Just talk about that a little bit. Did you enjoy doing both of those?
Yes, I love skiing. Ninja classes I liked, but soccer I was never the big fan of, so I just quit that. But otherwise, I love skiing, and yeah, I did ninja classes, and I loved that too.
And from what I hear, Danny, you're very good on the skis. Where did the love for skiing begin for you?
My dad, he was a big skier, And then I started on skis and I just loved it. It was really fun. So I kept doing it and now I'm a skier. I
Right.
have a ski club. He has a bunch of friends and we have like a ski club. We go on like trips. It's called the Downhill Skiers every year. It's very fun. We go skiing. I think this year we went to Whiteface. It was really fun.
Right. And there was a lot of snow up, where you live and stuff. So, I mean, this winter was definitely a very big winter. I mean, a lot of snow. So, very easy to find ski resorts to go to, correct?
Yes.
Right. So, Danny, let me ask you, besides the Mets, are there any players in baseball that you really follow? I know you do fantasy baseball, but
I love Jose Ramirez,
you have some
Julio
favorite
Rodriguez.
athletes?
Yeah, Jose Ramirez and Julio Rodriguez are some of my favorite. Jose, I was going to a Guardians game soon, but sadly Jose Ramirez is injured. He's not going to be in the lineup. But I still, Guardians are versing the Texas Rangers, so I still get to see guys like Nemo and Seager in the lineup.
Right. So, in addition to being a Mets fan, Danny, as you know, the New York Knicks won the NBA championship this year. Are you a fan of the Knicks? Are you a fan of the NBA or more baseball than anything?
I mean, I'm a huge baseball fan, but yeah, I follow the Knicks, and I think they got a very good team. Jalen Brunson's just dominant.
Right. And now, do you have a football team at all?
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. They have a bright future, and my hockey team's the Islanders.
Oh, nice. And you
Close,
must,
but
now let me ask you, Danny, you talk about you love to ski. Do you ice skate at all? And I mean, would hockey ever be a sport that you may try someday?
I like street hockey. I don't think because I have a lot of sports going on. Probably not, but I'll always like go if I want to. I'll like always take a puck, bring my net, and shoot around on concrete or something like that. And I took skating lessons, but I'm done with that now.
Right. So, Danny, before we talk about the kickcast, let me ask you this. Listening to a guy like Gary Cohen call play-by-play, and there's other play-by-play announcers as well, but where did you get the idea to participate in this? I mean, do you find yourself sometimes turning the volume down and trying to call the play-by-play of the Mets games at home?
Yep, I do that a bunch, and not even just the Mets game. I'm playing like MLB The Show, and then I'll mute the game and I'll always announce it. It's really fun.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And you must really enjoy that a lot. And I think that's important as well, Danny, because like anything else, when you watch your team, sometimes you dream of holding the bat and playing for the Mets. Sometimes you dream of being an announcer. So it must be a lot of fun. But how did you find out about the contest anyway?
Well, I've been wanting to do it for years and years and years. But then I was like, Dad, can we do it? And we forgot. And then the last day, we finally did it, and I pulled it off.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive too, Danny, because I mean, when you think about the amount of parents who submit their children's names in this, I mean, to think that you were chosen out of so many kids, talk to me what the feeling was like when you found out you won.
I was so excited. I couldn't wait till the 23rd. I was like, how many days, how many days, how many days, asking my parents. And then finally it came, and I did it, and it was so fun.
Right. And I mean, that's something too that, listen, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And before we get to you calling the one inning that you did, when you came to the announcing booth last week and you have Gary Cohen asking you questions and you have Ron Darling asking you questions and Keith Hernandez, who, when you think about the Mets, I mean, he's one of the guys you always think about. Some consider him one of the greatest first basemen of all time. What was that feeling like, just sitting with the three of those guys? I mean, you look like a pro out there. You didn't seem nervous at all. But, I mean, were you like, oh, my God, I'm talking to these three?
Yeah, I was like so surprised. I was like, wow, that's Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling and Gary sitting next to me. It was just very fun. They were super nice guys. And, yeah, like you said, Keith, one of the best first basemen. Ron, very good pitcher.
Right. And let me ask you, when had your dad, before you ever did this, had your dad talked to you about Ron Darlin or Keith Hernandez? I mean, you obviously knew a lot about them, correct?
Yes, definitely. I watch highlights on them, and they were very good players, some of the best. I have a picture of the 86 rotation, and it was Dwight Gooden, Ron Darling, Sid Fernandez, and Bob Ojeda, and I have all their signatures on it.
Wow,
In
that's
my bedroom.
something, that's a real cool thing to have, Danny. And as you know, YouTube gives you so much opportunity to watch so many old games. They have all 7 games of the 86 World Series on YouTube. Have you watched any of them from that 86 World Series?
Um, yes. Um, yeah, them. Yes, I love when Jesse Araska threw his glove up in the air and slammed the ground. I always watch highlights and stuff like that. It's cool that you can do that.
Yeah, and it was really your dad could tell you for sure, but it was really a big time in New York Mets history because you had guys like Dwight Gooden, Darryl Strawberry in the prime of their careers. Dwight was unbelievable those first 3 years, and Darryl, he was the home run guy. I mean, fans love going to the ballpark to see him hit. And
Yeah,
then you had guys like role players like Tim Tuffle, Wally Backman, Rafael Santana, Ray Knight. I mean, and then of course you had the kid behind home plate, Gary Carter, and Keith at first, Ron Darlin, Sid Fernandez, all these great players, Lenny Dykstra, Mookie Wilson. So it had to be like for your dad, he could definitely tell you. I mean, those guys had a collection of just outstanding athletes on that team that year.
definitely. I mean, that was basically an all-star team. They had a bunch of players, and yeah, my dad knows a lot about them. And yeah,
Now, Danny, let me ask you, as you were preparing to do this one inning, did you did you have anything in your mind that you were going to do beforehand, or did you just go in there and kind of do it as you went along? I mean, how was the preparation when you knew you were going to call this one inning?
I had some notes about some of the hitters, what to say when they come up, and I had notes about Edward Cabrera on the mound for them. And yeah,
So talk to me about that one inning, Danny. It kind of went fast. It was a real short inning, so you kind of had to go quick, but you did an outstanding job, and you did not look nervous at all. I mean, you looked very calm and confident.
mhm.
I just think about this, Danny, that's going to go a long way for you, not just in sports, but in life, because you don't seem like you're afraid to take any challenge on. You go after it whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Definitely.
Yeah. So talk to me about that inning. What was that inning like for you?
Well, it was so exciting. I loved announcing the game. It was very quick, but still fun. The one thing I didn't get to mention was altogether, the Cubs have a bunch of Gold Glovers, very good team. They have altogether, they have 5 Gold Glovers. They have 10. If you put them all together, but still less than Keith's 11 and Ron Darling's 1.
Right. And I mean, think about this too, Danny. No matter what, you will always be a part of Met history because you could always say, when you get to be in your 30s or 40s, you could always say that I was part of Mets history because even if it was just one inning of baseball, you got to call that one inning. So you're a part of the history of their broadcasting team. And you never know what the future is going to bring. You never know. I mean, someday you may call a Met game. Someday maybe you'll be the PA announcer, whatever the case might be. But the fact that you got to call an inning, you will always be a part of Mets history. That's got to make you feel very special as well.
Yes, it does a bunch. And I just thought I was very glad to have the opportunity, and it was really fun.
Right. So after you did that inning and you went back to your seats, just talk to me about how you were feeling because you're only 9 years old. I mean, a lot of times it's hard to really at a young age like that really understand what you just did. But I mean, did you sit back in your seat and did you have a big smile on your face knowing that you accomplished something that was a goal of yours for a couple of years now?
Definitely had a huge smile. I thought I did a great job, and everybody was cheering when I came in at the suite, and everybody was like very happy for me.
Right. Now, let me ask you, Danny, did you get to meet any of the Mets players that night?
No, except
No.
Gary and Keith. I mean Keith
You're
and Ron.
right. And think about this, though, Danny. You got to meet two Mets players who, let's face it, they have something that these Mets players are still trying to get, and that's a World Series ring. I mean, did you happen to notice if Keith or Ron was wearing their World Series ring? I mean, that's got to be something that would be very cool to be able to see one of those up close.
Yeah, I don't think they were wearing them, but I met Howie Rose. He wasn't a player, but he announced the Islanders and Mets.
Right. And this is his last season too, Danny. So
Yeah, he was
the fact that
retired.
the fact that you got to meet him, I mean, did the radio broadcast interview you at all or just the TV cast?
Just the TV.
Right. But getting to meet Howie had to be a big thrill because, listen, I know you pay attention, Danny, not just on the TV, you pay attention on the radio, and you know what his signature call is after each game when the Mets win. So it had to be a big thrill to see, to meet Howie Rose.
Definitely. I listen to Howie when I go to bed, and the Mets game's still on. If I have school the next night, I'll fall asleep to all my Alexa. I'll listen to Howie Rose announce the game.
Right. And I talked about how you could go on YouTube and listen and watch different things. Have you ever gotten to listen to, some may say, the greatest Mets broadcaster ever, and Bob Murphy? Have you ever been able to listen to some old stuff of Bob Murphy? And I'm sure that your dad told you about Bob Murphy, correct?
Yes, he told me about him, but no, I haven't really heard about him. I think but I know he was very a good announcer.
Right. So, Danny, let me ask you some of the games you've went to. I mean, were there any big home runs or any big walk-offs that you got to see thus far in some of the games you went to? I mean, have you seen that one exciting game yet?
Not really this year. I mean, I was at the game where the Mets came back from down 2-0 Mets Phillies game. I was at that game, but not really otherwise.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Danny, that was a much needed win for the Mets because they were on like a long losing streak and they really needed to win that game. So to be able to go with your family that day, Lindor got a big hit, like I mentioned, Soto got a big hit. So you got to see like a great win, and they had been struggling since like a week ago to try to get wins. So
Yeah,
had
and
to
I
be
just remembered when I was at a watch party at City Field where I forget what the score was, but we were down by a few, and the Mets came back and were able to win it against the Phillies.
right. So Danny, talk to me a little bit. I'm going to go back to your baseball playing career again. Are you playing in any summer tournaments this summer?
Yeah, I'm playing in the League of Brookhaven with my friends. We've only lost one game, and it was to the Eastern A's. But otherwise, my team have been doing very good so far, and can't wait to keep playing through the summer.
Right. And I imagine you're going to play in the fall again as well, right?
Yes, definitely. And I have this Mets camp I do every year with that kid Braden and another Mets fan, Duke. And we always go to Mets camp, and we did it last year, and it's really fun.
Right. And I think, how important is it, Danny, for kids your age to be outside when it's summertime, playing baseball or playing basketball, whatever it might be, but being outside? I mean, I'm sure you feel like you want to be outside all the time, correct?
Yes, I love playing baseball. Just the sport in general is pretty fun. And I'll always ask my dad if like I'm doing nothing and he's free. I'll always be like, Dad, can we have a catch? And if he can't, I'll go on my bounce back.
Right. And the fact that like your dad got you into baseball, I mean, it must be so much fun when you do something well and you could see the smile on his face. And also your mom, Linda, Danny, who I got to talk to as we set up this interview. You could tell that she's a huge fan of yours. How important have both of them been to you, not just in sports, but like your life, school, everything in general?
I mean, my parents, they're very important to me. They're always cheering for me at games and supporting me. And I love it that they're always coming to my games and supporting me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also have a younger sibling, correct, Danny?
Yeah, Willa.
Willa, yeah. So, I mean, it's also important. Not only are you a great student, great athlete, but you're also a great young role model to your younger sibling, and that's got to be something that's important to you too, is being a good big brother.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we always play kickball sometimes in the backyard. Yeah, she always is playing with me in the backyard and doing stuff.
Right. Well, Danny, it seems like to me that no matter what you do, you bring a lot of positivity with everything you do. You have a great attitude, you have wonderful energy, and you just have like a great outlook on life in general. And I think that's going to take you very far in your life. Um, do you have a goal that you've set for yourself for the school year coming up and as 2026 comes to a close in December? Is there any one particular goal that you have?
I mean, this is like not like this year in particular, but me and my dad are trying to go to every stadium. We're checking off Cleveland. We've been to Pittsburgh. We're gonna check off Cleveland on Wednesday, and we went to Boston at Met Stadium, but Yankee Stadium, but just for the Savannah Bananas game, so we didn't count that.
Right. Well, Danny, I hope you have a great time going to Cleveland. That's
Oh,
going to
and
be
we've been to the Reds,
oh, nice.
All American.
Right. Well, I hope you and your dad have a great time going to Cleveland. But I want to thank you for coming on today. You're an outstanding kid. I think you have just the perfect attitude that everybody needs, and
Thank
it
you.
it shows in everything you do. I enjoyed listening to you last week, and as you know, Dan, well, you may not know this, but I'm a Yankees fan. But I watched the Mets that night because I had heard you were going to be on, and I always enjoy that stuff. And I said, you know what? We got to get this guy on the show. He's awesome. So thank you for giving me a few minutes. You're an outstanding person, tremendous attitude, and I really do applaud everything you are doing in your life. So just keep up the great work because you are definitely setting a great example to not only kids, but adults as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. You just got to know Danny Burke the last 30 minutes, and what a terrific kid he is. He's an outstanding athlete. He loves watching sports. He loves his teams. But I think more importantly than anything else is you just got to listen to this wonderful young man. You got to see someone who just really is a great person, and that's what's most important. He has a terrific attitude, and that's what we all need in life. For In the Spotlight, I'm Mike Kenichi saying good night, everyone.
Thank you.